What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the fourth part of the Egg-Zavier event. I set a like challenge. I asked for 50 likes, and once again you guys destroyed me, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I am sorry for the last video. You might have noticed that I ended it abruptly, but I was so tired, guys, that I actually fell asleep on my bed. I went away for a little break, then went to lie down for a little bit, and once I woke up, I noticed that it was like 8 hours later, so I wrapped the recording up as I was scared that something would go wrong with the audio quality. So I hope you guys understand, and once again I apologize. So that is that. Time to open a new elixir. I finished off my old one. No eggs worth mentioning, so nothing special. Just dumped a bunch of eggs in one of these new players' inventory, which I really like to do. Gave him a Rhythmo egg. As you know, it's like 15k or something, but the guy was over the moon. So let's open an elixir and carry on again. Off we go. Hopefully we get something nice this time around. Video will be like about 30 minutes, and once again I hope that you don't hear the background noise, because otherwise I'll have a listen myself, and if by any chance there is too much noise in the background, next video will be recorded with my windows closed, so it's more quiet in here. But as you all know, I am in a sauna when the windows are closed, and I really don't like playing. Egg-Zavier spawned. I don't know whether... there he is in the top corner. I have portals, so have I, so yeah, whatever. Up, off we go. Scorn, let me think. Do I have a Scorn story? Well, I actually do. Scorn, sometimes people would use him in Arena, and the thing with Scorn is, when you use his AA, he starts like critting like crazy, but the thing is, you lose, I think it's armor, and you get an armor buff or debuff, that is, which makes you very vulnerable, especially a few seasons ago. So that was pretty funny, doing a lot of damage but actually having a chance to die because people end their Scorns. I hope that that's the right pet which I'm talking about, but I am quite sure that it actually is. So yeah, let's see. We need to kill these 3 or 4 blue pigs. Well, I don't know whether they are blue or not. I just... Okay, so bad as that. Hopsaki, Ali. Ali is not that bad if the time or the year was 2014. I mean, yeah, whatever. It's a mythic pet, but the value of it is like... Last time I was completely wrong. I said like 30k. I'm going to... how much would Ali be valued at? I'm going to go higher this time around, and I'm going to say once again, Ali is 30k. 30. We'll have a look in a moment. I'm probably completely wrong once again. I expected to be higher than 30, but since I was wrong by a lot guessing Ripmouth's price, I am... yeah. I am valuing Ali a lot lower, so I'm not sure. 30k is my guess, so we'll see in just a moment. I'm 100% sure that we will get Egg-Zavier to spawn here, because today is a great day. Today is a day where we will loot another heroic egg. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself saying that. Come on, Zavier. Oh boy, come on, bro. Where are you? Oh, the vendor. The vendor is a start, but yeah. I wasn't really feeling it, but okay, obviously that's what I'm going to say when Zavier doesn't spawn. But I'm sure that next round he is 101% for sure going to spawn. Off we go again. Come on, I am ready. I am enjoying the green ping in my left corner, left bottom corner too. That's a great thing. A great ping that rhymes. Yay. Okay, so... here we go. Come on. Boom. Haha, hey, there you go. I timed it perfectly. Okay, so are we all here? I don't want Egg-Zavier to disappear. That would really annoy the out of me. I'm not even kidding. Off we go again. actually don't have any jewels in my speed set anymore. I could craft them. I recently upgraded my noble jewels to the next tier. I think that's exquisite, and I am now currently stuck, that's how I call it, stuck with like 10 noble order finesse jewels in my inventory. So since I took out all of my jewels out of my speed set, I could put the noble order finesses in it, but then again, if I manage to sell those, if I manage to sell those 10 of those noble order finesse, I think that's about 10 million, right? So yeah, I don't know what to do. Another difficult thing with this game, and you don't have that in Neverwinter, shout out to you, Onky. Ice Ball, I already have one of those. Yeah, come on. So in Neverwinter, when you list something, it will take 10% of your value of the amount which you have sold for. But if your item doesn't sell on there, you don't need to pay any auction fees. So that would be amazing to see that in Arcane Legends too. It probably has its problems, because this game, I mean, if I have to compare communities, where do I even start? The Neverwinter and the AL community, I mean, that's like comparing black with white. It's not possible. AL community is very toxic. People aren't really happy for one another. While in Neverwinter, if you loot something nice, people will always congratulate you, or people will always help you, give you the correct information, try to get you through certain mobs. Well, here it's basically like each for its own, everyone being selfish, greedy, especially during leaderboard runs, for example. So yeah. This set, I must admit that when I did leaderboard runs, I was very greedy about it too. I mean, like, I wasn't greedy in terms of who was on it, I didn't care, but I didn't really want to be part of a team where where everybody runs with everybody. I didn't like that. For me, it's very old school doing those runs. It's like one fixed group, no new additions, and no one leaves. You go in together, you go out together. That's my way of thinking when it comes to leaderboard runs. Anyway, so yeah, in Neverwinter you don't have those auction fees, and unless your item actually gets sold, and it would be so cool to see it in AL. I mean, if I'm Shadow Lurk, I already have that. I even gave a few of those away. I mean, in AL, if you list something for like 1 million, how much will it cost you? So let's have a quick look. I think it's like 50k. If you try to sell something for 1 million, they will charge you 50k. That's just a random number which I am throwing out there. 50k and 100 gold. So see, if my noble finesse jewels don't sell, I lose 50k, and it adds up pretty quickly if you ask me. So I hate that quite a lot. This set in Neverwinter, they take 10%, so I would lose 100k on this amount. So yeah, it's whatever. I mean, I'd still take the Neverwinter system over this one. Yeah. So what was I going to do? I was going to check Ali's price, right? Oh my goodness, go. I said 30k, this one is even lower than Rhythmo. Jesus Christ. Next mythic I'm going to be right spot on. I'm going to say 15k, whatever it is. Unless it's Magma, that one is more expensive. Jesus Christ. Off we go once again, my good friends. 9 minutes already. Joy, joy, joy. Bobo left the party, or the dungeon, that is. Egg-Zavier is here. Bobo, you shouldn't have left, my man. Good egg, good drop. Boom, Deston. Oh, Deston is one of my personal favorites. Not. I don't even know what stats he has. So Magderion and QLLZ or OLLZ. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Come on. One thing which Neverwinter has in common with this game though is that the old maps, like the stuff which you farm and grind when you're leveling up, when you have your character and you still need to progress through the game, old mobs are empty most of the time. So it's the exact same as in AL, where only the most recent content is being played. So that's something which I noticed immediately. This side, if you need HAL, I mean, it's not like an AL where it's a walk in the park, that game. You actually need to have skill and gear, Neverwinter. So yeah. Once again, this is my drop, guys. Look. Rumtong, go do one. I should have known because I noticed that the color of the egg itself was awful. Hopefully we get something in our next run. Well, I shouldn't hope too much as I already looted 3 heroic eggs. This set, all of them were very cheap, but then again, we are due for a good expensive drop. There you go. Let's see. Come on, Xavier, spawn, bro. I would be very happy, very satisfied. He looted Guapo the turtle, that's funny. You can actually buy Guapo the turtle for 99k from the stable. I think Guapo and then that cat Precious, 9k. Before Egg-Zavier, those two didn't exist in an egg form. Here he is. Hey, la bakkes, vriend. Boom. Boom. Wild. Things aren't going well this video, it seems. I'm getting only epic stuff. Alright, let's go. He needed Guapo for the AP, that's quite cool, so he actually got it. That is nice. Congrats, bro. Guapo. Yeah, I mean, when you don't know that he's in the stable, yeah, I mean, yeah. Guapo. Jesus, and that name too. I remember I've told this story before, but the Guapo bug, when they released the Shuyal expansion, that was probably one of the funniest bugs I've ever seen in game, where you would like go into Undim, the Shuyal fields, and you would like use Guapo, because Guapo for some weird reason was capable of one-hitting the boss immediately. So you can imagine what actually happened there. So people actually hoarded thousands of pair of quills, and then later on, like a year later or whatever, he looted an Arcane. That's quite cool. So then a year later, people would sell them if you had the brutality or the potency type, guys. That was like 300 or 400k. I mean, having hoarded a few thousand of them, not me but others, which I perfectly believe, because AL was crazy back then. People would grind their asses off, especially in like situations where there were bugs like Shuyal. So yeah, I actually hoarded like not even 50 of those pairs, but I did have a few. Not all of them were the best types, so you also had like, what do you call it, riposte, or like, what's the other name? I don't know the other names. I only know assault and potency, brutality, and all of that good stuff, but I don't really know. I remember riposte, and maybe, I don't know, nobody cares anyway. So yeah, made a good little profit there with Guapo the turtle. Absolutely amazing, and oh my goodness, how funny is that? Like, yeah, that brings back good memories. AL has like, how do you say, AL has like, how do you say that? Like, there's this thing in this game where that, where's the egg? Corruption, amigo. They have this tradition, that's what I was looking for, the word, where they always choke or mess up one way or another when they release a new expansion, and that is quite funny. So yeah, the Guapo bug, Jesus Christ. Later on in that expansion, guys, there was another bug, and I unfortunately wasn't a part of that. I don't know where I was, but this happened during a weekend where that the Overgrow boss, I think it is, in Forest of Shades, people would farm the mages there, because there was a bug where that it was literally raining, how do you call those rings? I can't remember it, but there was a certain type of legendary ring where that if you would loot the potency, the brutality, the assault, you know what I mean? There was one type, especially the architect rings, that's the name, the architect rings. Jack once again. There was one type which would sell for 3 or 4 million, and 3 or 4 million back then, you can compare it with 15, 20 million now, because you didn't have gold loot and all of that other garbage back then. You didn't, I think that you didn't even have awakenings. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Seeing these eggs reminds me of those great days. I mean, I really enjoyed the game back then, and if what is no? I can't do. Can you see this? My browser is actually freezing. My browser completely froze on me. I hope that you guys didn't see it, but that was pretty funny. Well, not pretty funny, pretty frustrating. Here he is, and once again, my character, you can't see that, guys, but he's moving by himself, so I don't know, I'm not sure what actually is doing this, but I hate it. Scorch is a useless pet. Scorch actually has been useless from day one that they released it. Absolutely useless, and people actually paid platinum for it as it was a plat exclusive. My goodness, what the language, bro. No problem. It was a platinum exclusive pet back in the day, so waste of platinum if you ask me. Abaddon, 250 plats back then, absolutely worth it, but Jesus Christ, Scorch, no thanks, bro. What were we on about? About those rings. So you had those architect rings, and it was literally raining rings, so people camped in there for like the entire duration until they fix it, and yep, people made millions and millions and millions. I don't even want to think about it as I wasn't a part of it. Great stuff. And a great egg called Patches. Ay. Horrible, I mean, not wordless, but horrible. Probably wordless too. Right, let's go. That Maria drop was the first arcane drop which I've seen this year, which is pretty damn cool. The egg vendor is already here to offer me his goodies. Thank you, bro, but you can keep him. "15 seconds, oh my goodness, help." I wish I immediately used this system where I just go in randomly. It's a lot faster than when you run with a party. And I feel less bad when Egg-Zavier, for example, dies too quickly or so. Because these people, they have a party, a portal, so they don't really have anything to complain about. I mean, if I see Egg-Zavier and I see that they're close, I'm willing to wait. But if they are on the other side of the map, while they clearly see that the other three are on this side of the map, yeah, I mean, not worth waiting for. They probably won't make it in time either, resulting in no one getting any Egg-Zavier at all. So there you go. At the end, it's each for its own. No, it's me paying for the elixir, so I think that I am allowed to use it in the way I want to use it, right? Anyway, Crimson Passion, there's an S missing in your name, buddy. Maybe the other name was already taken, but yeah. Da-da-da-da. Come on, where's the Zavier? I noticed that this session and at the end of the previous session we weren't always getting Egg-Zavier, meaning that I'm not talking about a secret hidden nerf or something, but just a streak of being a bit unlucky. Where we definitely had streaks where we were getting literally Egg-Zavier every run. There he is already. Yeah, I guess we're all here. Rocky. That is that's Rocky the goat. 10 more minutes and I'm wrapping it up. I need to do a few things, that's why. Might immediately record the next part once I'm done doing my chores, that's how you're going to call it, but yeah. Come on and give me something very nice which I can open and which I can actually make use of. That's great that they decided to go for these two. Because then you have the boss spawning a lot faster. Boom! Is this the one? Are you crazy, Slack? Fucking hell. I wonder how many runs that everyone did in total, like the entire game. think some people are really going bonkers crazy doing this, especially when you get something expensive at the beginning. It's really encouraging to carry on. I mean, I had that when I had my heroic lemon and lemon, or whatever the name of those two pets are. But yeah. The egg vendor, 30 seconds. Come on, Xavier, spawn, buddy. Hate it when multiple egg vendors spawn. Whatever. Here is Zulong. I mean, it's a bit exaggerated the way his aura looks. But the pet itself, from what I have heard, it's not even that good. So I don't know whether it's worth paying the huge amount of gold for it. I don't know. Don't care either. I mean, it's not really... I think it has to do with gold loot, that pet. And you all know my opinion about gold loot. It fucking sucks. It slows down runs and so on. Oi, 47 seconds. Nice, congrats. One more area. Hopefully this is the one. Odds are very low in it actually being the one. And what do you know? Hope. What's this badge? I have no idea, but it's a badge. I wanted to say it looks cool, but I actually don't think that it looks cool. I'd take a good looking timed run banner over something like a badge every day of the week. No, I'm not being jealous and I'm not hating. I mean, a badge is a badge. I just don't like it, right? Okay, come on. My rabbit is fighting the barrel like a motherfucking boss. There you go. Look at those egg vendors lining up. I mean, Jesus. Okay, egg vendor city, what do you know? My computer seems to be going crazy. Here, Xavier is about to spawn. There you go. It's fortune teller Slacky in the house, boys. Fortune telling Slacky. Did we get anything? A pin feathers egg. Why not? Nice. Come on. Yeah, you guys can't hear that, but my sister's kids just arrived, and I mean, in all of those years that I've been on planet Earth, guys, I mean, how do you say that? Like, let's just say that I can't stand it when they are like super hyped up, very active, like they don't listen, you know, that's how the little children are, and those two, oh my goodness. If you say yes, they say no. So I am actually using reverse psychology when I need to do something with them, or like watch them or something. I just say the opposite. So for example, if one of them takes a drink but he doesn't close the bottle or the can or whatever, you know what I mean, I always say I don't want you to close it, and those, yeah, they close it, but it's absurd. It is absurd, guys. I really can't stand it. That's my second magma egg. I can't complain about that. I actually, yeah, take it. Wish it was a heroic one, obviously. So yeah, now I soon have to do stuff, and for me, I want to push, meaning that I want to do things and as fast as possible, and with them around, that is not possible. So, puke. I actually asked my father, when do you need to babysit, or like, but yeah, I mean, time to go to my place again, because I'm staying at my parents' house now, because at my place it's even more awful with the temperatures and so on. So staying with the parents now in my old room, but yeah, definitely going to go to my own place once again. I'm thinking like here he is, once the summer ends, like in a few weeks. But it is tough. I'm going to loot a nice egg here. completely derailing myself. Simia. What is that? I think Simia actually is a dragon. But I'm not sure, don't kill me. 25 minutes, 5 more minutes, bros. 5 more minutes. And another thing is, I can't really stand it when people don't stick to their word. Like, let's say we schedule something, we go hunting, we go farming AL, we decide on, let's farm Egg-Zavier tomorrow together. Alright bro, I'll be there at 5 p.m. I mean, if you're not there at 5 p.m, I get seriously annoyed, because I am there at 10 minutes to 5, so I am always early. That's just who I am, and I think that people who come late, they value their time more than that they value your time, and that is very unrespectful. My goodness, if you say 5 o'clock, then it's 5 o'clock. So if their father or their parents say, I'm picking them up at 5, then you don't need to come at 6, come at 5, try to come early, show some goodwill, already watching them for free. So yeah, so far my rant about little kids. Yeah, I really don't like it. Ugh. That's one thing which I learned, guys, and this might sound like crazy, but I never want to have kids myself. Like, literally never. I can't handle it. I really can't. If I have to babysit them, it's like maximum 30 minutes, and I am literally having the steam coming out of my ears, that is, because of how annoyed and how tilted and how irritated I am by them not listening. And then always exaggerating and screaming and yeah, Slacky isn't it. I'm no guy to put around kids, because I will literally want to kill myself after a while. It's crazy. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, we are going to get Egg-Zavier within 10 seconds, guys. You might think like, 10 seconds, but just watch it happen. And yeah. Zavier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.5. Come up, Zavier, spawn. I wasn't right about it. Come on, Zavier. Come on, spawn anyway. For the fun, for the fans. Do it for the fans, Zavier. Oh, godverdomme. Ah, that sucks. Last run, wrapping it up then, preparing for the next part. He's going to spawn immediately, before we reach the boss zone. He is spawning. Egg-Zavier, watch and learn and enjoy and all of that good stuff. Come on, Zavier, I am putting my money on you spawning before we hit the boss point. Yep, I was wrong once again, unless for one weird reason he summons right now. Since the boss was already there, I expect the mobs to be... Yeah. Thing with doing that is you'll never make it on time, but whatever, all good. Going to keep on going until we get Egg-Zavier, so that we can go out on a high, obviously. Here we go again. That egg vendor is still in that zone waiting for a buyer. I mean, yeah. Come on, Zavier. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, perfect, but where? That other, yeah, I see a white dot, so I expect him to be here. Yeah. Okay, well done, that worked out perfect. So now we enter our portal. Yeah, now I definitely need to close the window in a minute, so off we go. Thank you once again for watching, guys. If you want the next part, let's set another like goal. Let's say 55 likes this time. I'm not going to say it. I'm really not going to say it. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So 55 likes for the next part. Otherwise you'll never see it, and I already know that there is some spectacular stuff dropping in that video. Well, I actually don't know, but positive vibes only, so let's just hope for the best. Kill the pigs. Do this, do that. Oei. I am frozen. Scrambled, Egg-Zavier, here I am. Boom, is this the one, guys? This is the one. Pops. I looted Scorn. We already looted one of those guys at the beginning, I think. Thank you very, very much for watching once again. 55 likes if you want the next part. Otherwise, no problem. I'll just farm without recording. Take care, guys. Adios.